The first 3 episodes of The Ones Who Live are out, and the thought that I and many others are having is, where do we go from here? We're literally halfway through the season and it feels like the story is only beginning. I don't really see the story concluding in the next 3 episodes. I mean, there has to be season 2, right? Bailey is supposed to be the big bad, but it feels like we are only getting started and Bailey is in like 3 shots or something. So what does all of this mean? Where is the story going? How will it all end? Well, I'll try to give you an answer, but don't quote me on anything. Well, I honestly believe that Jadis will be the main villain of the first season. So we figured out that if Rick gets rid of Jadis, the location of Alexandria and everything else will come out, and everyone that Rick knew will be dead in hours. So essentially that means that Jadis can just be killed. This adds another layer to the story. Like, it's much more complicated now. I mean, Rick is just so scared. We obviously already saw Rick being scared, but in the past he was just trying to survive, but now he knows that the lives of so many, basically everybody he knew, are on his hands, and that just makes it so much more intense. He's just so paranoid about it all. Michonne is a little more confident. She knows that she's more than capable of escaping, but she's almost too confident, I'd say. I understand her, but she has to know that she has to be careful, right? I mean, after so many years in the apocalypse, you probably lose your sense of danger a little, but they are really playing with fire, and I feel that Rick understands that way better than she does. The ending of the episode was also just insane. Nobody, and I mean nobody, expected this. Michonne was like, hey Rick, let's jump from the helicopter, and Rick was like, okay, let's go. So I assume that Michonne has some kind of parachute with her, right? I hope they don't just land in sea or something unscratched. That would be far-fetched, too far-fetched. So in the next episode we will get a big talk between Michonne and Rick will find out that he has a son and so on, and Rick will tell Michonne that Jadis will literally kill everyone they know, you stupid bitch. So the fun plot twist is that nobody is actually in Alexandria. Well, maybe there's some Commonwealth soldiers there, but no main characters should be at Alexandria at the moment. More or less everybody is at Commonwealth and at Rick's, or you know, in France. So it's gonna be totally amazing to see Rick and Michonne thinking that everybody they love is dead. But in reality nobody is actually at Alexandria. Alexandria is almost a Commonwealth outpost now. Well, maybe there are some Commonwealth soldiers there, so if Alexandria is attacked, that could trigger a war between CRM and Commonwealth. But yeah, there's basically no main characters at Alexandria. Now things will start to pick up a little. Now Jadis and Thorne are looking after them with like a gazillion CRM soldiers by their sides. We did see Thorne kind of becoming a villain. At the start of episode 3 it seemed that everything was chill, but throughout the episode she was becoming very serious about her CRM obligations and wanted to kill Michonne. Twice. Their escape was now just a final kick, and I think that she is now pretty pissed and she's more or less a villain now. So it's like I said in some of my past videos, they started as friends and now she has gradually become a villain. The actress who plays Thorne also mentioned that at the end of the episode we may just feel sorry for her, so I imagine that she dies. I was thinking maybe she has a one-on-one with Michonne or something, but more than that I feel like maybe Thorne will help Rick and Michonne in the end. Don't forget that Rick is the only one who Thorne really has. He's like family to her, so I feel that at the end she could sacrifice herself to somehow help them. I mean, I wouldn't really feel sorry for her if she died trying to kill Rick or Michonne. I understand her CRM status is important to her, but as the actress put it, you should feel sorry for her. So she probably did something very heroic at the end. Or who knows, maybe she doesn't even die. So here's what I'm thinking. In episode 4 we have a big emotional talk between Michonne and Rick and some action in the end. In episode 5 they just fight CRM for a long time and try to get back to Alexandria. Episode 6, now don't quote me on this and I could be completely wrong, but I think that we'll see Alexandria getting completely destroyed and Thorne dying. I didn't mention Bale because dude, there's just no way that he's the main villain of first season. We're getting season 2, I'm telling you. Bailey is the season 2 villain. And while this may surprise you, I think Morgan is coming back. Hear me out on this one. At the end of Fear, Morgan said he'll go find Rick and that his place is with Rick or whatever. We have seen a lot of little references to Morgan so far in the show. For example, the book that Okafor gave Rick and Thorne is the same one that helped Morgan get over his crazy face. Michonne was also asked in episode 2 what her weapon of choice was. Michonne replied, a bow staff. This is Morgan's weapon for most of his storyline. So these are just a few references, but I think it's completely possible that Morgan is coming back. I mean, Daryl, Carol, Maggie, Negan, they're all doing their own thing, and after these guys, Morgan is the most recognizable character. I mean, he and Rick have known each other literally since episode 1 of The Walking Dead. Fear literally ended with Morgan searching for Rick, so what else should they do? So Morgan could definitely be coming back. So that's what I think will happen, but I won't say more than that because I don't know. For now, everything is amazing. I love the show. We'll see.
Rick.